All right, happy Monday. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm very excited about our speaker. I'm going to introduce her in a second. Just a few things. Remember, Let's Get Up. The sneak peek just came out, and so you have 1 week to really talk that up before the VIP starts. Make sure you're doing that. I'm not even a dancer, and I'm still promoting it. I gave it 6 minutes today. I'm going to go try again tomorrow because I feel so awkward because I know it's our job to try all of them. So make sure you are trying them. I'm even just asking like who loves Zumba, who loves dance in my polls and sending all of those people links to try it because everybody loves free. So make sure you're doing that. Also, make sure you're commenting on our Help 100 challenge in the team page with the next number. We're seeing how fast we can help 100 people. But I'm very excited tonight. We have Brynne Weiss. I kind of gave you a little bit of a heads up about it, but I actually met Brynne almost 5 years ago at Summit in a pumping room. We both had just had babies and we were sitting there chit-chatting at the airport. So it's just so funny that here we both were new mamas and now we've added a few more to our clan as well. But she has been juggling the Mom Life, Coach Life, 2021 premiere. She's 2-star in her first CBC, 1-star in her second. And those of you who don't know, once you go 2-star, you get to duplicate yourself and have another CBC. And it's incredible because you can double and triple dip. So I'm going to hand it over to her so that she can start sharing.
Hey, I'm super excited. Hi. I'm super grateful to be here today. And for those of you who hey, handsome, I saw that wave, cute boy. I have 3 kiddos. So my oldest is 4, my second oldest is 2, and my baby is 1. And they're bam, bam, bam. They're close. It's crazy. It's chaotic. And no, we're not done. We still want 2 more. Not today. That is for sure. Because I am like burned out a little bit, but that's exactly what I want to talk about today. So Melissa said, so many of you guys are mamas and just trying to find that balance between like mom life, coach life, overcoming mom guilt, like, and working in the cracks and all the things. And so I actually started a podcast based on this idea because of how passionate I am about being a mom first and everything else next, right? Granted, there's, like I definitely think your spouse needs to have priority and God, if you're a religious person, needs to have priority in there, but that's not what we're talking about today, right? So I am an acronym person and I have an acronym for you to help you remember the things that we're going to talk about tonight. So my podcast is called Grace Mama Grace. And it's all about giving yourself grace as a mom, right? And so guess what? The acronym that I have for you today is also the word grace, because I love that word. And so let's just dive right in. I know that we don't have the whole whatever. This is not the long version. This is the free version of Zoom. So I know we'll get kicked off and I don't want to like be in the middle of a sentence when I'm talking and I can get chatty. Let's just be real about that. So the first one is G, stands for get more done. Okay. And that is not a like, shame on you, you're not doing enough. Like, that is, if you haven't listened to the book Atomic Habits, please repent and do that now. Okay. It will change your life. It really will. And one of the concepts that he introduces in Atomic Habits is the idea of habit stacking. My girl, Randy Tucker up in there, that is exactly what I do all the time. Unless I am speaking on a call, you will never see me sitting still when I'm listening to a call. And that is not me like shaming any of you who are sitting still and being present. Honestly, I wish I could do that more often than I do. But the idea and concept of like, you know what? I got a lot on my plate. So how much can I stack on top of each other? Can I listen to the national wake up call while I unload my dishwasher and make breakfast for my family? Yeah, I can. Is it a little crazy sometimes? Yeah, it is. But can I do it? Yes, I can. Can I listen to personal development while I do my hair? Can I check in on my Marco Polo? I promise I have a bod group too, but I have a Marco Polo challenge group, okay? And can I check in on my Marco Polo challenge fit lifers while I drive, while I am waiting at the grocery pickup for them to bring out my groceries? How many ways can I double dip, right? When I shower, can I listen to my affirmations on my Think Up app, right? If you don't know about that app, again, repent and fix that, because that app will change your life. It's your own voice recorded, your affirmations put to music behind it. And it is like, anyways, that was just a random plug and a random aside. But how many ways can I get more done? And how many ways can I sneak coaching into the cracks? And can I go outside and play with my kids and push them on the swings while I'm listening to a team call? Or can I fold laundry while I'm catching up on a recording? Or whatever that looks like for you, okay? I know as coaches, especially as you continue to grow, especially as you make this business a priority, you get more calls, not less, right? And so you get access to more mentorship and more resources and more awesomeness. And so really just like habit stacking and putting things together that you can every time you can is just game changing. And if you don't have any yet, buy yourself some Bluetooth headphones. Okay. I'm an Apple girl, so I got me some AirPods, and they're a tax write-off. Okay. And they will literally change your life. And if I had the originals and now I have the pros, and you can pause like by clicking the thing, and it is amazing. So when my children come in and interrupt me for the 493rd time, I can pause it and I don't have to go find my phone, and I can literally just click it and it pauses, and then I talk to them and I don't get mad at them because I'm not like, I was in the middle of that, like leave me alone, right? And I can pause it, and it's beautiful and life-changing and great. So it's a tax write-off. Buy yourself some Bluetooth headphones. It will change your life, because then you can be hands-free while you have one ear on personal development or a team call or the national wake-up call, while you fold laundry, while you mom in the cracks, while you whatever. Okay, cool. With that said, though, too, just a little plug, make sure you're making time for yourself and your children without something else on in the background. I used to be that person who was like, every single crack of every single day, I've got something going on, personal development or a team call or something. And honestly, I just felt stressed. I really did. And because it was like this constant, like, I got to do more. I got to do more. I can't ever just like listen to my own thoughts, because then, right? But COVID life taught me, no, like I have a mean girl in my head, and I got to listen to her sometimes. I can't just be drowning her out with positivity. Like sometimes I actually got to listen to her and find out what she's saying, not to give her place, not to let her stay, but sometimes I got to listen to her to figure out how to shut her up, right? And you can't do that if you're constantly listening to something. So I also, with that said, yes, find those ways that you can habit stack and do those things, but also we want well-rounded balance up in here, right? Especially as moms, we also want to give room for silence. And so for me, showers are my silence. That is when I give myself complete permission. I'm not listening to anything but my own voice in my head, right? And when I make dinner, I'm not listening to anything, and maybe music if me and my kids want a little dance party in the kitchen while we make dinner or whatever. But yes, and so just picking those moments in your day where it's like, you know what, I just need silence right now, and that's okay too. Okay, all right, that was G. Moving on to R. Really look at your time. I know I've been a coach for 6 years come July, okay? And my older sister, maybe you've heard of her, is Ashley McClellan, okay? She's 3-time, yes, biological sister. If you know her, you're like, what? You guys don't look anything alike? I know, welcome to the club, right? It's fine. She's amazing. And it was one of those like, I just don't have time. Like, I just don't have time. Every day is a busy day. I just don't have time to do this business. I just don't have time. And I wasn't watching Netflix. I've never been a big TV watcher, so I couldn't even like blame it on that, right? but it was totally one of those, like, I hit rock bottom in February, right before I was 10 days overdue with my third kid. Yes, you heard that right. And we were really poor. COVID hadn't even hit yet, right? And it was just one of those, like, I found that I was applying to VIP kids, and nothing wrong with VIP kids in any way, shape, or form. But I was talking to my sister, my coach, Ashley, about this. And I just had this like wake up call of like, Brynne, if you can find the time to do VIP kids by waking up super early or teaching super late, can you not also like find the time to make your Beachbody business work? And it was like, okay, yeah, I can. Okay, like if I can find the wiggle room in my schedule to sneak in a second income because we're tight, I can make this business work. But I gotta work. Like I have to work, wake up earlier, or I have to be committed to staying up later if my crap hasn't been done yet. Or I have to be committed to, you know what, my kids watch a movie every single gosh dang day, at least one. Do I have to sit there with them the entire movie? Or can I walk away for a sec and respond to messages focused and not try to like respond to messages while I'm kind of paying attention to the show or whatever, distracted by it? Can I have my door open while they're playing in a completely separate part of the house and just be listening for them if they're having a hard time? Can I do that? Yes. Yes, I can. And we'll get to a second part of that in just a second. But really, truly looking at your time. And are you actually truly, like I was pretending to be, being 100% present with your kids? Are you constantly teaching them and talking to them and playing with them? Or are you like checking how many comments and likes you've got on your most recent post and calling that work? Or creating a reel and taking way too long to edit it and calling that work? Or making a graphic on Word Swag and taking 20 minutes to pick between pink and purple and calling that work? Okay. Sorry, mom life. Yes, Keith.
Dad's here and it's time for dinner.
Okay, I'm gonna come eat after I'm done talking to my friends. Okay.
Are you going to or Tommy's?
Yes, I'll be done. I'll be done before it's time for bed. Will you close the door? Thank you. I love you. Okay, sorry. But really, truly, like, let's just get real, okay? Like this Take Action challenge that Beachbody's put out there now, and the app that we've got now. I don't know whose downline you guys are in, but I'm in Micah Folsom's downline, okay? And she's created a tracker for us, and she, like, her hashtag is literally do your crap. Just do it. If you do it every single day for 7 years in a row, you will be a triple 15-star coach like me, okay? And she literally, like, she just does her crap. And what that means is she adds to her network. She invites every day. She connects with people every day. She follows up with people every day. She posts every day. She listens to personal development every day. She is a product of the product every day. Okay. She does her crap. And guess what? She's built a freaking rocking empire. Okay. So really look at your time. And with that said too, like, does it really take an hour to send 10 invites like our brain thinks it does? Or are you just stressing about it for 23 hours? Or I guess, like, hopefully we're getting adequate amount of sleep. Okay, so we'll say 18. You're stressing about it for 18 hours and never sending any. So in your head, it takes 18 hours to send an invite. When in reality, if you just adopted 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5-second rule, go read it if you haven't yet. It takes about like 2 minutes to send an invite. Okay, to send 10 invites if you're inviting from your most recent transformation, or if you're inviting from people who are watching your workout story, or if you're inviting on this poll that, hey, do you like Zumba? Hey, do you like dance? Hey, do you like high fitness? You should try this workout. Bada bing, bada boom, that was an invite, right? So really look at your time, both the time that we're spending with our kids, and really look at your time. How long does it actually take to send 10 invites a day? Or how long does it actually take to connect with 20 brand new people every single day? if I'm focused and intentional. And if it takes me a long time, how can I improve? How can I get faster? What can I do to remove the fluff, right? And that's a totally different call. I could give you all sorts of tips about being more effective with your power hour, but that's a totally different thing. Okay, moving on. A stands for ask for help. Okay, ask for help. My husband, you just saw him come in here. Okay, he is my rock star, and I recognize probably not every person is either married or has a supportive spouse. Maybe I don't know your story, but you've got somebody in your corner who's cheering you on. Maybe it's your sister, maybe it's your mom, maybe it's your best friend, maybe it's your mother-in-law, maybe it's your neighbor, maybe, I don't know who it is for you. And if you don't have anybody in your corner like that, okay, time to make new friends. Okay. All right. Just clearing that up. Okay. But I have started recently, I've got 2 friends that live really close to me that have kids the same age as my kids. And we've started doing swaps. And so I watch her kids for 2 hours and she watches my kids for 2 hours, and it's free. Okay. And yes, that means for 2 hours a week, I have 7 kids, right? And so it's a little stressful for those 2 hours, but for 2 hours a week, I have no children at all in the middle of the day. And it's like, bada bing, bada boom, what can I do in this 2 hours, right? And it's fabulous. And I've started doing it twice a week. So yes, twice a week, I increase in kids, but twice a week, I buy kids. And I don't feel guilty at all about it because they're playing with friends. They're off playing with friends. They're not glued to a screen or an iPad. They're not being neglected over in the corner while my child is like totally in that toilet phase and trash phase and fall down the stairs and get a black eye and look like I beat her phase. It's fine. So I love it. So ask for help. Ask for help. Whoever's in your corner, ask for their help and get them to help you. Okay. All right. Moving on to C. Create your own dreams instead of watching other people live theirs. Okay. And this is like multifaceted. 1, stop following the coaches online that you compare yourself to. If you are someone who is inspired by that person and you're like, I could totally see myself joining her if I weren't already a coach. I want to model her. I want to post like her. Ooh, that just gave me a really good idea how I can da 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 da. That is very different than stalking another Beachbody coach who you are like, I'll never be like that. I'll never have that many followers. I'll never have that much. My house will never look like that. Right? Like that. No. Okay. Create your own dreams instead of watching other people live theirs. Yes. And also, with that said, turn off the TV. Turn it off. Okay. And I know, like Danielle and Tony did a post one time about like, I totally watch movies with my husband every single night. Okay. But Danielle and Tony is in a very different phase of life than me. Okay. Her kids are older. She's got a kid in college. Me, no, I am not watching shows because I only have the mornings to myself, which is my miracle morning time. I'm not working during that time because I'm filling my own cup. I got my nap time hustle for like maybe an hour or 2 before life kind of starts to fall apart. And then I've got at nights. But guess what? I also love my husband and I also need to like clean my house. And so where in the world would I find time for TV in there? So either I'm neglecting my children and watching TV with them awake, or we're watching it together maybe, or instead of spending time with on my business or quality time with my spouse. And granted, I know like sometimes it's really fun to just like snuggle your husband and watch TV with him. If it's a quality time thing, okay, you do you, boo. But like your own show, like you by yourself, turn it off. Turn it off, do your own things, okay? Move your business forward. And I know maybe you're like, but I respond to messages while I'm watching it, or I create reels while I'm doing it, or I create my posts while I'm doing it. Okay, but really? How often do you look up to make sure you didn't like miss something, right? Or how focused are you really? And it took you 2 hours of shows to like create one post, where if you turned it off, like you could get a post up in 10 minutes, right? So create your own dreams instead of living other people's, living through other people. Yes. Okay. And this is obviously, I'm like bold and it's just Brynne mode. Okay. So you can hate me or love me, but whatever, right? This is just my advice. Thank you, Randy. Okay. Last one is E, expect opposition. Expect it. Okay. The second you decide, all right, I'm going all in on this business. Like, I know I want it. I know I'm capable of it. I know what I want. I want this and this and this, and I'm going to pay off this debt, and I'm going to buy my husband this, and I'm going to get my kids this, and we're going to go on this amazing dream vacation, and I'm going to have this rocking body. And then your kid wakes up 400 times in the middle of the night, and the universe is testing you of like, are you really going to go on that dream vacation, or are you just going to sleep through your alarm? Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe not, actually, right? And when you expect that, and when you see it for what it is, it's like, oh, okay, I can totally do this. I can take a nap. Remember, I'm going to ask for help. And hey, I woke up early this morning, husband, to slay my business because I got goals for our family. When you get home after work, I'm going to take a little power nap before dinner. Okay. Okay, great. Thanks. Right. Or, hey, mother-in-law, or hey, mom, or hey, sister, or hey, neighbor girl, or hey, person that I'm going to pay. Can you come over for 30 minutes so I can take a power nap? Because this morning I rocked my business. Or maybe you did sleep in. Hey, neighbor girl, come over for 30 minutes so I can rock out a power hour because I didn't get it done this morning, or whatever that looks like for you. Okay. But expect it, because it will come. Okay. And with that said, I don't know if you're a religious person or not, but I am. Okay. Clearly you can see that guy in my background. But I have learned that anytime I'm going to Summit or a team retreat or Super Saturday or any time where we're getting together as a community, holy cazoli, he hits me hard. Like, the adversary hits me hard with like, you're not enough. No one's going to like you. You don't deserve to be there. You shouldn't go. All the fears, are you kidding me? You're going to be the worst mom ever. You just moved into a new house. You've been kind of absent from your kids anyways. Now you're going to leave them for 4 days to go to this thing. Who the freak are you? Right. And when I have started to tune into that, like, I see you, like, this is the adversary speaking. Okay. And it's literally helped me to like, ooh, get out the way. Here I go, right? I'm going because I hear you. I see you. You've tried this before and it didn't work. I didn't listen to you. I went and it was life-changing. So I see you again. I see you trying that same old tactic on me, and I'm not going to listen. And guess what? It's going to change my life, right? So really, truly, like, anytime you're getting together with your team and your community and those negative thoughts come into your head, just recognize it for exactly what it is. Okay. You are meant to go. You are meant to be there, and it will change your life. Okay. So one more thing about expecting opposition. There is, my sister actually helped me realize this, Ashley. There is so much that's just so silly about, again, the adversary, that mom guilt that comes in when you're like, my kid earlier today, I was speaking on a nutrition boot camp call, and she was just over here like playing with the door stopper thing, right? And like, the mom guilt is just so like, are you kidding me? Like, you're really gonna just let her sit and play over there by herself while you speak to 13 other people on a call? And you're like, what kind of mom are you? Like, you're just letting your 1-year-old play over there by herself, right? And then, but if she's over there playing with that thing by herself and I'm sitting here scrolling my phone or watching TikTok videos or watching somebody's stories, there is absolutely zero guilt. Not even one little thought, right? Not even one thought of negativity. And instead, it's actually the opposite. It's like, yeah, independent play is so good. Like, it's great for her to be playing by herself, right? I'm so excited that she's playing by herself and she's awesome and whatever, right? But the second I decide I'm going to put this down and I'm going to pick it up, depending on if you work from your phone or your computer, right? And I'm going to lean in to stuff that actually moves my business forward. I'm going to lean into actually helping people. Then, oh, you're the worst mom ever. You're seriously going to let your kids watch TV by themselves? You're seriously going to let your kid play by themselves while you go help people? Like, it's ridiculous. Okay. It's so lame. So again, he's not creative. The adversary is not. Okay. So I bet this is the way he speaks to me. And 99.999% of you can probably relate of like, yep, I felt that too. I felt that too. And maybe in your head, it's not the adversary. Maybe it's your mean girl. Maybe it's whatever that voice is for you, but it's the same for everyone. Okay. So recognize it for what it is, expect that opposition, and then kick it to the curb, because you deserve to bless your life. You deserve to bless your family, and your family deserves the most fulfilled version of you. And when you lean in to this business, when you lean into helping other people, when you lean in to changing the world through this outlet, you'll be happier. Your kids will be happier. Your financial situation will change. Your confidence will change. Your community will change, because you'll be surrounding yourself with amazing people who inspire you and lift you up, and ain't nothing gonna hold you back. So that's all I had for you, my friend.
So good. Does anybody have any questions for her or anything? I know a lot of us have done the mom guilt thing. And it's so true. When you're not doing anything productive, you don't feel guilty. It's only when you are doing something productive.
It's so annoying. And thank you, Ashley.
So annoying.
I have probably the normal question, like, how many invites do you send a day? How many coach invites do you send a day? I'm just going to throw a couple out there. How many do you do a coach like webinar or sneak peek every month? Like, what does all that kind of look like?
No, that's great. So I do, I'm a huge believer in connecting more than I invite, because I want to have people who are loving on me that I am loving on back. So I do, I add 25 to 50 people to my network a day, 5 days a week. I connect with 20 unique people a day. Okay. That's not like I'm continuing the conversation that I had yesterday and counting it. It's like 100 people a week. And I like to do birthday messages on Facebook, and then connect with people on Instagram that I recently added, right? So 20 unique connections. And then I invite 10 people a day. So 50 a week. And I always invite from my stories or my transformation photos, both, not or, and. I invite absolutely everyone who liked my transformation photo, liked or commented on it. So typically I do a transformation photo every 9 photos on Instagram, so that it's always in my top 9. And right now I'm not huge on Instagram by any way, shape, or form. So I typically have like between 200 and 300 likes on most transformation photos. And every single one of those people gets an invite, even if they've told me no in the past. And it's just like, hey, girlfriend, like, I see you. Thank you so much for loving on my transformation photo today. Just asking, were you loving on me because you're like the nicest human ever? Or do you want to do this with me? No matter what, I love you. I see you. Hope you're having a great day. Essentially, that's my invite. Okay. And that's been my invite for like 6 years. And same thing with my workout stories. I invite 10 people from my workout story specifically. I don't invite anyone who's watching because I figure if they're like tapping through my workout stuff, like, they don't care about working out with me, right? But if they're watching me work out every single day, you're getting an invite. Okay. Like, you just are. So And some people think of that as like cold, like that's a cold invite, but to me, it's not, because I am putting myself out there for all these people to see. And if you're watching me, I get to invite you. Okay. So, yeah. And then it's the same exact wording, like, hey girlfriend, I see you watching my stories. Thank you so much for loving on me. Just wanted to ask, are you watching my stories because you're like the best human ever? Or do you want to do this with me? Love you. I see you. Let me know, essentially. Right. And then I send 5 follow-ups a day. So and to me, if I invited someone, like I just said, and I invited them before and I'm re-inviting them, I technically count that as a follow-up. I try to do 10 brand new first time seed planted invites a day and 5 follow-ups a day. But my ultimate goal really is at least 10 follow-ups a day, because I like to do 5 with people who are not challengers yet and 5 with people who are, because I want lifers and I want my people to stick around. And so I try to follow up with like my coaches, my customers, and just like, in addition to, checking into my challenge group and whatever, that kind of stuff, but like one-on-one, like, hey girlfriend, I haven't seen you in my bod group forever. How are you? Whatever. So does that help?
I have a question. So I just had to go back to work part-time. So I work from home a couple days, which is terrible. And then I work, it's great. I have 4 kids and it's fun that I could be there, but it's just like, I get so much more work done when I'm away. But I'm like real struggling with just balancing. And so like, what do you do to encourage or help people? I mean, Melissa and Amy and everyone's amazing and they're doing so great and trying to help me figure this out. But I'm in that like paralyzed mode. Like I got to figure this out. You know what I mean? But then I just don't end up doing what I need to do to keep moving it forward. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Totally. Yeah.
I'm that really weird, like overwhelmed, paralyzed, trying to break out of it season.
One thing I would suggest doing, and this comes from the book Everything is Figure Outable by Marie Forleo. I don't know. Have you listened to that one yet?
No.
Okay. So in that book, she gives you a challenge, and I think it's just 7 days. And that's going back to like the really look at your time one. And it's for 7 days, just literally write down, it's annoying, but like absolutely everything you're doing. So like set an alarm for yourself at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m. to stop. And like, what did I do for the last hour? And like, okay, I got ready, I showered, I went pee, I had a snack, I made my kids breakfast, I went to work, I drove to work, I worked, like whatever. And just really, truly like being accountable for 7 days and finding, because it's what I was talking about in that, because like literally even at my level, that sounds whatever, but like 2-star premier, 1-star in my second CBC. I mean, I literally work probably 2 hours a day. Like, and that's including responding to every message, including sending out emails, including power hour, including everything. And so yeah, like I think a lot of the times, and I see that we're almost out of time, but like, I think a lot of times we're stressing about it so much that it feels like it's going to take forever. But when you really actually like look at it, like you can add 50 people to your network in 5 minutes if you don't overthink it. You can connect with 20 people in 20 minutes. I do it every day, right? You can invite 10 people in 10 minutes. I do it every day, right? Like you can follow up with 5 people in 5 minutes, right? So what did I just say? That's like a 35, 40 minute power hour, right? And then if you just sneak in 10 minutes of checking in your bod group and 10 minutes of returning messages, okay, I worked my business in 1 hour and I did the stuff that matters. So does that help? Okay.
Thank you so much. I do love that. So many books that you definitely need to check out. She's talked about Miracle Morning. That's an incredible book. I love Atomic Habits. I have Everything is Figure Outable on my list, so I need to get through that. And then there was, so take one of those, friends, and do that. But thank you so much for sharing. That was so helpful. Mama of 3 little tiny ones. She said it, 2 hours a day. And I think you work 5 days a week, right?
Me?
You do 5 days a week?
Yeah, as a coach, yes.
There you go. All right. Well, happy Monday. Thanks so much.